Yes, we are here. We are live. We are back for a WWE Clash in Italy 2026 watch along. We are here live on Wrestle News 365. How is everybody doing? Hope you're all doing good. Oh, I feel a bit rusty at this. It's been a while since we've been able to do one of these. I've redecorated and moved things around a little bit when it comes to the watch alongs. Yes, as always, you can get a bit of a glimpse as to what's happening. We've also introduced match time as well. So when the match starts, we can literally click go, and then you can kind of maybe sync up. Just try to get this as much of a watch along as possible, because sometimes it's a bit difficult with wrestling to sync up as best as you can. With football and things like that, it's easy because you just sync up to the match clock. You don't really have one in wrestling, but maybe if we create one, maybe that can help things out as well. So a bit of an innovation when it comes to that. We're always trying things new, always trying new things. The show is about to start in 13 minutes. We've got, as always, a 5-match card, I believe. The first hour in the United States, anyway, is going to be on ESPN, just like they had for WrestleMania 42, just like they had for Backlash. They're going to be having the first hour on ESPN, and then in the US, it's on ESPN Unlimited, and internationally, it's on Netflix, as it will be for me here in the UK. Let's go through the matches and have some quick predictions as for who we think is going to be coming out of Clash in Italy victorious in their matches. Let's begin with the undisputed WWE Championship match. It is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, defending against Gunther. This is actually a really difficult one to call. I think Cody wins. I think. But I don't really like it that he wins, because I'm just really conscious of everything they've put on Gunther in the last 12 months. Obviously, retiring Goldberg, retiring AJ Styles, retiring John Cena. So you've built him up in a manner whereby he's had all of these massive moments. I just can't think of a good reason to beat him in general for a really long time until it really means something. No disrespect to the Italian fans, but not Clash in Italy, a B-level PLE, when you've got bigger events on the horizon. I just don't think that's the right call, unless there isn't really a winner or a loser in this one. Maybe this is where Randy Orton comes back, gets involved, schmosh finish, then we move into maybe something happening at SummerSlam, but it's got Gunther involved as well, because maybe at one point it was the plan to be Gunther versus Brock Lesnar, but because maybe Brock's decided, no, I want to work with Femi until the end, so I'm working with him WrestleMania, Clash in Italy, and then SummerSlam, then I'm retiring. Maybe Gunther just gets shifted in to the WWE Championship situation with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. So maybe we don't get a finish tonight. Maybe this is where Randy Orton returns, perhaps. So that's the direction I'm going in. I'm kind of going with, I think Cody. I don't want Gunther to lose, though. It's certainly a big match. Maybe we get a return here. Maybe that's the direction that they go in as well. But, yeah, a bit of a difficult one that's to call, I think. Next up, we have the Women's Championship on the line. We have Rhea Ripley defending against Jade Cargill. I think Rhea Ripley retains in this one. I don't see any reason why she shouldn't. They've just really put the championship on her at WrestleMania. I think she's going to be involved in
Acknowledge me.
At United_Love.86 has become a WN365 roster member. Big up Howan. Just clocked in. Smash those likes, people, and let's go.
Yes, exactly. Big up United Love. Yes. That's rubbish, that, isn't it? This is a bit small. I thought it was going to be a bit bigger. But to be fair, it reads it out, so we don't even need to get up on the screen. Big up United Love. Hey, you see it there? See it there? Yes. That's accountability and living up to their word. So big up United Love. Yes. Love for United Love. But yes, going back to this one, Rhea Ripley, I think retains. And I think she's involved in a featured match for the women's title at SummerSlam. So I'm going to go with Ripley to retain here against Jade Cargill. Next up, we have, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Of course, we're going to have a WrestleMania rematch. This is a WrestleMania rematch, of course, between Ripley and Cargill. But also, we're going to be having Oba versus Lesnar 2. Now, what is the direction here? Is the direction we're putting everything on Oba Femi, so he's beating Brock back-to-back, which not many people do at all? Or do we have the classic, Oba wins one, Brock wins one, then they have the final match at SummerSlam, and that's Brock's send-off into retirement? I feel like it's probably the latter. In one of my videos recently, pitched the idea of maybe the way for Brock to beat over Femi is to do something that he never does, which is cheat. You know, he realizes, I can't beat him. I've hit him with all these F5s, and it's not even barely doing any damage. I can't, what am I going to do? And he realizes, I'm going to have to become, the beast Brock Lesnar has to become a sniveling, chicken shit heel. He has to use the tights, hold the ropes, get his foot on the ropes, poke in the eye, you know, I'm talking classic Rowdy Roddy Piper stuff, you know, that kind of ridiculous. Embrace your Ric Flair essence with all that kind of thing. And maybe that's how he does it. And then the rematch is built up by, in a weird way, by Oba losing. It's put him over even more because Brock had to cheat, like properly cheat, because Oba was so ridiculously powerful. And then Oba wins the final match, maybe in even more dominant fashion than WrestleMania. It's even quicker than maybe 5 minutes. Maybe that's the direction that they go in. Maybe that's the way around this series could go. Or if it's not that, then I think that Oba should just beat Brock again in similar fashion that he did at WrestleMania tonight. Just keep sending the message and keep, saying that no, Oba's the guy. We then go to the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca. There was some confusion about whether Sol Ruca was medically cleared or not. She is. She's been on the Countdown show for WWE and said that she is medically cleared. I mean, the only question about putting the title on Sol Ruca is just, is it a bit too early, isn't it? That's the one. Is it a bit too early? Is it, Sol, she's only just got onto the main roster. But we did hear these reports even prior to her main roster call-up that WWE, was really, really high on her. And they were going to make some changes. She did come third in the Women's Royal Rumble earlier this year, which says a lot. So I would go with her probably, probably winning here. Sol Ruca probably wins, I think. And then maybe Becky chases her for a little bit. Maybe that's the direction. Like I said, I think there's definitely an argument. It maybe is a little bit too early for Sol Ruca, but they've clearly got big plans for her. And then, of course, we have Tribal Combat. It is Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. World Heavyweight Championship on the line. And this one I think actually is very difficult to call. Now, there are reports about Jacob Fatu and possibly, an injury. Don't know specifically what it is. They just said he was hurt in a street fight with Solo Sikoa at a live event in Liverpool, which I don't know if that's changed plans. I wouldn't be shocked if, it was kind of a story, but it got overblown. He's actually fine, but let's lean into it. Because WWE does that quite a lot now. WWE even plants false stories on social media to lean into it for storyline purposes. Every wrestling company does nowadays, or they should. And then, of course, you have the stipulation about one of them has to acknowledge the other, whoever wins or loses. So, do you go in the direction of Jacob loses again and Roman's basically building a new version of the bloodline? The Usos are back in line and now Jacob Fatu's involved in it. Jacob Fatu's in line. Do they go with that? Or do they go in the opposite direction and they go, no, all right, it might be Roman versus Rock, but that's next year at WrestleMania in Saudi. We've got to make some new stars here and we've got to get some people over. So let's do a story whereby Jacob beats him, Roman acknowledges him as the tribal chief, and then out of embarrassment, that's why he disappears a little bit in June, even though his June dates have been really disputed because at one point he was advertised for them all, then at the other point he wasn't advertised for any, now he's advertised for a couple, but not all of them, including the Raw after Clash in Italy. So he is advertised, I think, for Raw tomorrow. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll lean towards Roman Reigns winning that just because, unfortunately, sometimes they do, occasionally, rarely, but sometimes they do. But WWE doesn't tend to do massive swings on these kind of B-level PLEs. However, Italy is a big market for them. I think their television deal, media rights deal was different to a lot of the other ones in Europe. And I think they've only just gone on to Netflix now because their other TV deal had a while to run over. So they haven't had Netflix for like a year, unlike us. So they're trying to really, I guess, make up for it in that market. And there's also, I remember this was pointed out too, which is a really good point. There is also this feeling by WWE because they are going so broad internationally, in terms of being on Netflix internationally, ESPN in the United States, a lot of their old TV deals, which were still very, very good, can now theoretically be eaten up by AEW, which they don't really want, because whilst WWE is making themselves stronger, the sort of vacuum of someone else not having those TV deals can make the competition stronger. So that's like the theory about why WWE/TKO might buy TNA, and also why they do these international PLEs, because they still want to make sure the top company in these territories, despite maybe a better TV deal for a competitor, is WWE. And also because they don't have to worry about the buy rate anymore, because it's streamed all over the place. Big Up Rid in the chat says, evening, Owen. I've got to make that bigger, don't I? I've got to make that bigger. That's just pathetic. There you go. Says, evening, Owen. I've got Soccer Aid running on the telly. I didn't even know that was on. I didn't even know that was on. I'm a little bit, but in preparation for what is going to be a very football-heavy summer, and what has been a very football-heavy season, not necessarily as a United fan, but just as a football fan, I kind of today was just like, yeah, I'm not really doing a lot of football. Or is it starting early? I mean, I've got my time here as 3 minutes before the top of the hour. But, yeah. Looks like it is starting a little bit early. Wow, look at this. That was fun. I thought we might be waiting a little bit longer, but apparently we're not. Not bad, is it? So Clash in Italy is about to start. Well, Rid, you asked the question there. Is this going to be a long event? Maybe not if it's starting early. If it's starting two minutes early. But no, probably not. I would say probably about 3 hours, probably on the nose. Maybe a little bit more. But not very, very long. Yes, they are in Turin. Some people call it Turin, Torino. And of course, it is a European crowd. WWE's first ever PLE in Italy, so we know it's going to be red hot.
Acknowledge me.
Jason Hanna 9912 has become a WN 365 roster member.
For 13 months.
Big up, Owen, hope everything is okay.
Yes, I thought I was going to carry on longer. Yes, big up, Jason. I hope everything's okay with you, my friend. Big up for being a member for 13 months. I read, well, United Loves one read out earlier on, but big up to you as well for being a member for 25 months as well. The support is much appreciated. Really does help the channel. We are, of course, a smaller channel, but plans for growth. Yes. We've got over, close to 70 people watching at the moment, which is great. We're at 21 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button, see if we can get up to 50 likes. We're just seeing some superstars arriving in Turin. We can see Becky Lynch there arriving. There is the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Bloody Ripley. And there is the challenger. Of course, she's going to be defending the Women's Championship against Jade Cargill this evening. And there is the ruler himself, over Femi. It is a WrestleMania rematch. Remember, he said he's going to kill the Beast. Oh my, there is Brock Lesnar. A retired Brock Lesnar in a Mega Death vest. Wearing a cowboy hat. Exactly, Red. Yes, Mr. Retired for a week indeed. We've got 80 people watching, which is fantastic. 4 likes away from 30 likes. So if you haven't already, click the like button. This is indeed Clash in Italy. As we are getting the cold open. Cody Rhodes doing the walk. So how many WrestleMania rematches is it tonight? We've got Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. That's one WrestleMania rematch. And we've got, what else have we got as a WrestleMania rematch? Chris says, can you show us the screen? I mean, if only. If only. I mean, there's always one, isn't there, every stream. If only. One day, I mean, we're under 30k subs at the moment, but one day, maybe when we get to, 1 million subs so that we can maybe try and negotiate with Netflix and get the media rights for WWE. That would be impressive, wouldn't it? I know that. Yeah. Exactly. I'm glad you agree.
United_love.86 super chatted £2. Don't know who you just saw. BT, that was Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, yeah, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar. He's related. He's a cousin for Brock Lesnar, yes. Today says 2-hour event or 3-hour. Probably, like I said, 3. Probably 3. The sort of international, like I say, B-level PLEs are usually around a 3-hour mark, and Triple H does like to keep them fairly tight. You don't have to... It's funny, isn't it, the comparison between WWE and AEW, because with AEW pay-per-views, the beauty but the problem is that they're a super, super long event, but it's so many great matches, and at the end of it you go, wow, what an incredible show, just super long, but you can't fault the quality. For WWE, it's obviously much tighter events, but if they get the quality right, then it feels even better, because it's like, wow, I've had a perfect size fill. And indeed, as Michael Cole says, you are looking live at Turin. Still fans filing in to the venue at the moment. Of course, we do know what match is going to kick things off, because we're about to have the entrance of the challenger for the undisputed WWE Championship. It is time for the Ring General Gunther. Is the career killer about to become the undisputed WWE Champion for the first time? He's been World Heavyweight Champion. He's been World Heavyweight Champion twice, but he's never been a WWE Champion. The career killer. Listen to that reaction. Once Walter evolves into Gunther, does he evolve into a champion this evening? That is the question. This one's a tough one to call. Like I said, would I be shocked if Gunther wins this? Not in the slightest. You could have Gunther win clean. That's the rivalry with Cody over the summer. You can have Randy Orton return, cost Cody. Like I said earlier on, maybe there's a situation whereby the Gunther versus Brock plan for the retirement match at SummerSlam isn't happening this time. So maybe Gunther gets pivoted into the WWE Championship picture involved in SmackDown. Maybe the other thing I had is maybe Gunther wins, and maybe Gunther versus Brock at SummerSlam is for the WWE title. Maybe Paul Heyman screws Brock one more time. Maybe that's the plan. Then says, careful you don't get a copyright, Owen. I think we're fine. I mean, like I said, we're very blurred, zoomed in. You can't tell anything. It's more so just purely for reference, just so people can kind of... Because the only thing you can maybe see is just where things are at the time. It's more for syncing up purposes, but you can't tell anything or anything like that. So, and we've been fine before. So the moment it doesn't become fine, then we will not do that anymore. We've got 140 people watching at the moment. We're less than 20 likes away from 50. So if you haven't already, click the like button. As here comes the American Nightmare. The American Nightmare. Does he become the Italian Nightmare this evening for Gunther? That is the question. Look at that mask. Get ready for the big whoa. That is one hell of a mask by the American Nightmare, isn't it? He did show that off, I think, on social media before. Listen to that reaction. My goodness me. Then the name is, what is it? Navaldo. Apologies. Do you know what it is? It's the handles. They used to have on YouTube the names, and then once they switched to the handles, like, it's really difficult just to, like, scan the chat and then see someone's name. So a lot of the time, like, a good rule of thumb is you just go over, like, the first 4 or 5 letters and go, well, that must be the name. So if it's then, it's then. Navaldo. We're nearly at 200 people watching, which is fantastic, folks. 14 likes away from 50 likes. As Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, still makes his entrance. Shaking hands of the Italian broadcasters at ringside. And then Michael Cole and Corey Graves. I was going to say, can't leave him out. My goodness me. He's a company man. QB1. The question is he doing the just normal Cody entrance, or is this purposely a long one because his title reign is about to end? That's the question. Brought to you by Scary Movie. When is that out? God, turn this fan on, man. It's boiling in here. Alicia Taylor. With the ring introductions. One fall for the undisputed WWE Championship. 5th of June, it's out. I tell you what, Scary Movie 2 for me is the best one. It goes 2, 1, and then really from 3 onwards it gets a bit shit, doesn't it? But certainly the first 2, because they're the first 2 are done by the full Wayne's brothers, aren't they? But yeah, the second one's, that's the best one. As Gunther gets his ring introduction. And we're going to get the Cody Rhodes. He'll also be classic Cody Rhodes. His tights will be all the way above the belly button. He's gone full Shawn Michaels, sort of early 90s. Yes, Michael Cole, QB1. Holds up the WWE Championship. And it would appear that, as Michael Cole is referencing there, despite Gunther's obviously European connection, it does look like Cody Rhodes has got a lot of support. Yeah, Italy is firmly behind the American Nightmare. As you would have seen also, guys, throughout the stream, if you're a new subscriber, you should pop up here. You should. Anyway, bell rings. Oh, I forgot. I've got to click. We're underway. I forgot that I can do that now. I've got to remember the bell rings. Yes, if you're a new subscriber, you should pop up here. Same with super chats. They get read out, as you've seen earlier on, with new members' chats as well. So shout out to everyone that gets involved. Collar and elbow tie-up. Gunther quickly goes behind Cody Rhodes with a bit of wrist control. Gunther gets it back, though. Big fight feel, of course. If you are not going to main event the show, this is the position you want to be in. Oh, look at that. The cartwheel. Is it going to be a little bit of a stardust? Sprinkle with a little bit of stardust. They want Gunther looking very, very lean, isn't he, here? Of course, you often forget. Big Walter used to be above 300 pounds. Now no longer the case. The ring general, sort of, what, 220, something around that kind of range. Bit of a test of strength for Gunther, backing up Cody into the corner. Oh, first plate of chops for the evening. Whoa, that's the second one. Cody goes underneath. Kick to the gut. Oh, there you go. There's a little bit of a pop-up right hand. Shades of gold dust. Oh, he went for a disaster kick and just ran into a big chop. Big ring IQ, which is what Corey Graves is referring to at the moment. Gunther going to turn him around into a neck breaker. No. Oh, just an open hand chop that time. Only a count of one. Now, I'm assuming, is this the Italian version of the French chant? Which was Simplement deux, I believe. Which is only two. Is that the Italian version? I cannot say I'm fluent in Italian. I'm barely fluent in English. I tell you what, at the moment it is all Gunther, isn't it? Slow, methodical start from the career killer. We're 1 like away from 50 likes, by the way, guys, as well. So if you haven't already, click the like button. Cody, up and over. Oh, he went for that power slam. Uh-oh, no. Gunther going for the... Oh, sleeper hold. Cody Rhodes rolls through. There's a big boot by the ring general. And already, Cody is... Then he got his head kicked off. Look at this. It's going with the replay now. Boom. Now it would appear that Gunther is getting the crowd's adulation. Of the last two King of the Ring winners. Cody Rhodes won it last year in 2025. Gunther, the prior year in 2024. Both went on to win the championships at SummerSlam as well. And the King of the Ring tournament begins tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, as does the Queen of the Ring tournament too. A 2-night affair SummerSlam as well in August for the second consecutive year. This time from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Got to get through Clash in Italy first. Back suplex. Cody lands on his feet. There's a right hand. Cody going to hit the ropes. Oh, Gunther's still on his feet. There's the power slam that Cody was looking for. Look at that crowd. They are, yeah, this place is rocking indeed, Corey Graves. Cody going to go for a bit of a flip-flop and fly. Shades of the American Dream. A pedigree. Yes, pedigree. By Cody. 1, 2. Gunther kicks out. Oh, Cody getting a bit of offense in here. Tell you what, we're how long into this one? Only 5 minutes, but it feels like a long 5, doesn't it? What a frenetic pace so far. Oh, Cody rolls through. Oh, there you go. Dinosaur drop kick by Gunther. Uh-oh. Power bomb. It's taking its time. Bang, there it is. Stacks him up. 2. Oh, and Cody kicks out. I'll tell you what, Gunther held him up in the air for the longest time there. God, I thought he channeled The Undertaker in the last ride for a second. Fortunately for Cody, it wasn't his last ride. He managed to kick out at 2. But suddenly... Gunther back in control, goes to the splash. Oof, Cody gets the knees up. Springboard, there's the disaster kick. Crossroads now, perhaps. Crossroads, hit it. I tell you what, this might be it. 1, 2. Oh, Gunther, I tell you what, didn't kick out. He just managed to roll a shoulder up in the end. His arm was trapped. Really. My goodness me, though. That was... Like I said, we're what? 6.5 minutes in, nearly 7 minutes in. And we've already had a power bomb. We've already had a crossroads. Certainly all the stops being pulled out. I mean, I suppose we do have to consider that with the first hour being on ESPN, they've kind of got a sort of a quicker pace to keep to. Oh, he went for that Cody cutter. Sleeper. Oh, he stacked him. Shades of the crown jewel match they had previously. That's what beat Gunther before. Here we go. Sleeper. This is what Cody had to avoid. Now, Cody's still on his feet. Cody trying. Oh, no, he's gone down. Here we go. This could be it. Cody's in the position that AJ Styles is in. He's in the position that Goldberg was in. He's in the position that Cena was in. The question now is just whether or not he taps out, whether he passes out. Does he suffer the same fate as those other legends that now no longer compete? Well, Cody maybe going to... Cody's at least in sort of a seated position. Now, Cody's actually got 1 foot. He's back onto 2 feet. Uh-oh. Gunther's off his feet. He's off his feet. I'm surprised they're not making more of that. My goodness me. There you go. Cody gets out of that. Uh-oh. Gunther sits up. Oh, now he's putting the elbows in. Gunther was playing possum. I mean, Cody, he's got to be out. He must be out. I mean... He's got the body scissors are in. Surely this is going to be it. Is this it? He's gone, surely. The hand's there. The eyes are still open. Gunther's asking the referee to ask. Cody knows he's beginning to roll. Turin chants Cody as literally the hard cam is starting to bounce. The arena. And Cody actually gets his foot on the bottom rope. That breaks the submission. Indeed, as Michael Cole just says, much to the chagrin of the ring general. Think at 1 second. Look at the green shirt guy. Still in the front row. All the time. Doesn't matter if it's international. Doesn't matter if it's domestic. He's going to be there. Blaze will rise again. Has just subscribed. Big up. We've got close to 300 people watching. We're at 64 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well. Get involved in the chat. Remember, super chats. Members' chats are also read out loud. As Gunther, look at that, just kick to the back of the neck and the head. Now what's he doing? And Cody can barely get to his feet. Oh, for a shot just across the shoulder blades. Cody, fights back with a right. There's another. Getting the booze and... open hand chop across. Oh, Cody's going back with his own. And now they're just trading him. Palms are flying, sweats flying, cheers are loud. Oh, my word, what a lariat. Cody just didn't drop to his feet, though. Cody with one of his own. Both men still on their feet. This is ridiculous. Oh, what a lariat by Gunther. Takes Cody off his feet, turns him inside out, hits the ropes and a clothesline. No, ducks it. Disaster. No, Cody cutter. Reverses. Oh, no, Cody's got a sleeper of his own. Gunther into the ropes. Cody cutter. Cody's now back to his feet. Got to go into the corner on a clothesline of his own. With that surgically repaired pec, by the way, as well, from a couple of years ago. And now Cody's going to go for a crossroads. There you go. There's one crossroads. That's it. He hit the crossroads. Here we go. 1, 2. What was that? What was that? His foot touched the rope. What was that? He hooked his leg, and when he hooked his leg, his foot hit the rope. Is that the finish they're really going with? Oh, really? That's the finish? Oh, my word. Oh. I mean, I always say this. Look, if you've got to do that kind of finish, then why book the match? If you book yourself into a creative corner that you have to go, look, we've got to keep the title on Cody, but we've got to protect Gunther, then don't do the match. Don't do it then. Don't do the match. I mean, I liked it. Actually, I've got to press pause. So we're probably looking at, like, what, 12 minutes 15, probably, something like that. Or let's go 10. So, I mean, really, get your star ratings in the chat. Rate it out of 5. Match goes sort of around 12 minutes with that ending. I'm not going to lie. I'm disappointed with that. I enjoyed the match. But I wanted more from that. I wanted 15, maybe even 20, you know. I get the fact that the whole point is that it's not going to be a satisfying ending. Maybe they have a rematch, but like I always say, if you can't get a clean finish, or if you put yourself in a creative corner, then just don't book the match. I'd probably give it like a 3, probably. Like I said, it was a bit too short and didn't like the finish. What have we got in the chat? Now, Luminous gives it solid 2 and a poop. Again, I've got to make this this chat bigger. I've got to get a bigger chat thing. Match 4 ending 0, which I guess kind of evens out at 2, doesn't it? Tanish says 2. Jason gives it a 3. Good match, rubbish ending. And Nathaniel 2. Well, exactly, Matty. But I don't think you can compare anything to. There's LA Knight. He's in the crowd. I mean, LA Knight. There's Montez Ford. And there's the Judgment Day. We've got over 230 people watching. We're at 75 likes, so that's 25 away from 100. If you haven't already, click the like button. And of course, coming up next is the WWE Women's Championship is going to be on the line. It is Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. We will reset the timer as we have a commercial. Yeah, that was, like I said, I can't lie. I mean, going into the match, like I said, I was excited because, well, either person could easily win and it wouldn't be too much of a shock. And that's when you can't predict the way things are going to go. That's the signs of a good match. But it's almost like WWE couldn't predict the way that one was going to go. And that's the whole reason they booked the match. They booked the match because it was unpredictable, but it was so unpredictable because they realized, well, we're going to have to do something screwy because we can't give the audience a clean finish. Why can't they give the audience a clean finish? Because they don't want to take the title off Cody, and 2, which this is correct, by the way, they don't want to beat Gunther because you've just retired Goldberg, you've just retired AJ Styles, you've just retired John Cena, you might be retiring Brock Lesnar in a couple of months' time. Why would you lose, a random match on a PLE? I say random match, but a WWE title match on a B-level PLE. However, if I was in that creative meeting, then I would say, you know what, that issue we're talking about, the problem is Gunther is going to have to lose because we're not taking the belt off Cody. Maybe we don't put him in the match then, because if the only outcome is that Cody has to keep the title, then Gunther has no business being in that match. Gunther should keep winning. Gunther should keep winning. He should keep beating people. And then eventually when he does lose, then it means something. Don't back yourself into a corner for the sake of selling tickets, for the sake of, selling subscriptions, and then go, we can't really give you the ending that you want, so we'll just give you something stupid. Now, maybe they build to a rematch, and maybe that's when Cody, drops the belt to Gunther. I don't know. But that was just, I don't know, especially if I was those Italian fans, right? They're doing a big thing going, First ever Italian PLE in WWE history. This is a WrestleMania level card. This is a WrestleMania level event. And the first hour's on ESPN. I would feel a bit, that's a bit of a bait and switch there, WWE. If I was the Italian fan, I'm going to get Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. Oh, my God. Well, we'll give you 12 minutes and we'll give you a schmoz ending. If I was those Italian fans, I'd be like, all right. Then something later on in this show better be, historic, noteworthy, buzzworthy, because that's what you're going to give me. I don't know about that. That would be something, So a little bit disappointing there. Disappointing. And particularly because it felt like that match was cooking up. They did have a good pace, and if they'd had another 10 minutes, that would have been a really, really top match. Because even then, if you deliver a classic, then you get a shitty ending. At least you can then say, but they gave us 20 minutes, and they gave the crowd their money's worth because they knew the finish was bullshit. You'd be like, look, if we're gonna give them a bullshit finish, we should probably let's give them something to be, to really talk about here. But no. Bit disappointing. We are 8 likes away, by the way, from 100 likes. So if you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe. As you can see right there in the bottom left-hand corner on the screen, we're just over 100 subscribers away from 30,000. Which, I literally can't talk about that idea of having 30,000 subscribers to this channel is mental. That is insane. Because this was the first ever thing I did on YouTube, and it was just literally only about just talking about wrestling, and at the time it was just something to do and get me out of bed, really. So to see what it's becoming and what it's already become is incredible. So thank you guys so much. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Big up to everyone that did click the like button. We did hit over 100 likes, so thank you to everyone that has clicked that like button. Clash in Italy is going to be back in 20 seconds, according to this Netflix feed. And next up, we do know that the WWE Women's Championship is going to be on the line as Rhea Ripley defends against Jade Cargill in a WrestleMania 42 rematch. If you have just tuned in, though, you would have just missed Cody Rhodes retain the undisputed WWE Championship against Gunther in a screwy finish that saw Gunther get his foot on the bottom rope, but the referee not notice. Bear in mind, this is the same WWE where we've had finishes where people get their feet on the rope or use weapons, and then referees come out and say their foot was on the rope and they restart the match. It's just, crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Navaldo says, Owen, you doing the World Cup streams with the UV lot. So I think this year we're going to be keeping it separate. So there'll be United View stuff will just be on United View, obviously. World Cup stuff will be on Football Flex, but I'll be on both. Yes, I'll have a busy summer, and I shall be here as well. As we are just seeing shots of Turin. And the match that will kick things off at the top of the hour on the ESPN app is going to be over Femi versus Brock Lesnar. So basically they're saying this match is after this one, most likely. Because we're going to be getting Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. Which, I mean, let's be honest, isn't going to go crazy long. So they're saying that's top of the hour. So entrances are probably 10 minutes. That gets us to 22. Match is probably 10 minutes. Exits, 5 minutes. 5 minutes of ads. Then we'll start at the top of the hour. That's how you pad out 30 minutes of pro wrestling and do a 10-minute match. That's how it usually works. As we're seeing some replays and a video package of their WrestleMania match. Of course, Jade Cargill was in her first reign as Women's Champion. She won it by defeating Tiffany Stratton at Saturday night's main event last, October? Beginning of November. But the reign was ended at WrestleMania. It was a great finish, yeah. She went for Jaded, Rhea got out, rolled through, went to Riptide, 1, 2, 3. It was a very good match. Much better than I thought it was going to be as well. Friday Night Mammy, according to Rhea. But of course, we now have a bit of an outside interference issue. We've got Michin B-Fab. We've got Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss possibly getting involved in this. Of course, you've got Fatal Influence could also get involved. There's a lot of different moving parts in the women's division right now on SmackDown. SmackDown, which will be going back to 2 hours fairly soon. And of course, Jade Cargill did pin Rhea Ripley at Saturday night's main event. I think Rhea retains here. That's what I'm going with. Rhea to retain. Get ready, because as her entrance says, a storm is coming. Or rather, to be honest, it's already here. To be honest, not a moment too soon, because whilst I do enjoy the nice weather, the heat and humidity is just brutal. And to be fair with me, it's not even the heat. It's not even super hot here. It's just the humidity. It's just insane. Look at Jade Cargill drinking in the booze, as in B-O-O-S-E-S, not booze as in B-O-O-Z-E. That would be strange. She's drinking vodka on the way to the ring. Weather's all right from today. Yeah, I know. I think it's meant to sort of break into normality. I think it's meant to break into normality maybe this evening. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got some rain tomorrow. Ugh, look at that. It's boiling. As Jade Cargill poses in the ring, looking very, very confident, it must be said. The opposite of, you know, they say sometimes people have got the boo-boo face when they come out and you know they're going to lose. Jade Cargill doesn't have that at the moment. If anything, the opposite, I would say. See, that's what I was talking about with entrances and taking extra time. It's what they do. We've still got 210 people watching, which is fantastic. So if you haven't already, click that like button and be sure to subscribe. Numinous says 19 degrees in South Africa tomorrow, midwinter. Actually, let me know, by the way, guys. We've got about, like I said, about 200 people watching as Rhea Ripley makes her entrance. Let me know where you're watching from. I usually do that on United View, but let's do it here. Let me know where you're watching from, what the time is, and what the weather's like where you are, man. Because, yeah, it's hot. Well, it's like I said, humid where I am. Very humid, and I don't like it. Yeah, but I'm sure that it's probably much warmer in many other places, and I'm just the biggest wuss ever. As Rhea Bloody Ripley, is about to have her first ever match in Italy. Her grandpa and grandmother in Italy. Denise says India, 12 a.m., 35 degrees. I mean, yeah, to be fair, I mean, really cannot compete with that. I mean, humidity and heat, yeah, in India must be absolutely brutal. It must be brutal. Nathaniel says Long Island, New York, cloudy and humid. Yeah, to be fair, what is at this time of year, obviously I know in New York it'd be coming into the summer, but how hot does New York get in the summer? Obviously I know in the winter it can get brutal, I suppose, depending on where you are in the state of New York, right? But yeah, because I remember a couple of years ago seeing some of those like winter storms when they hit like Manhattan and stuff like that, and it was crazy, but I don't think that's every year. To be fair, I'm very ignorant when it comes to actually like what other weathers are like throughout the year. I should probably not be. I'm so not well travelled. That's the problem. But that would require going outside, which, you know, think of how terrible is that? As Rhea Ripley. Look at that. She almost shades of Shinsuke Nakamura at the end there. What an entrance. As we wait for the ring introductions. I wasn't sure what those things were. Like in the when they go to a wide shot, you can sort of see it there. Just it's sort of lit up. I was like, what is that? It's a big staircase. It's just a massive, massive staircase. I don't think I've seen like an arena kind of like that. I mean, usually the way sort of arenas go, you get the sort of obviously the thin stairs go down. Because usually they're just trying to cram as many people in there as possible. But sort of a wide staircase, I mean, that's sort of so close to the middle of the arena. It's a bit of a unique look, isn't it? They're a bit like some of those sort of big, wide sort of staircases you see in sort of European villages kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be 70s Fahrenheit this time of year. It gets to 90s in August. So what's 90 in Fahrenheit to Celsius? So 90 would be about 32. Well, to be fair, that's what it was the other day here. It was like 30 in London. Which is crazy for May. Hottest May day ever, I think. Bell rings. Oh, I always forget. We're underway. I've got to get used to that. Definitely got to get used to that. Here in Oregon, home of the Goonies. Nice. It says it's 11:35 a.m. Sunny and a little bit breezy. Collar and elbow tie up, but nobody gets the leverage there. Crowd chants, let's go, mammy. And Rhea this time goes into the corner. Oh, Rhea turns it into a bit of an arm drag. They're still connected. They're still in the collar and elbow tie-up. Oh, and a big knee lift right to the gut by Jade Cargill. And really, Rhea just got slapped. There you go. Bounces Jade off the knee. Clothesline. Nope. There's the power slam. Or a body slam, rather. And look at these. Some push-ups. Shades of big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. Rhea did not like that. Big slap to the face. Jade goes out of the ring. And there's a pair of boots to the face by Rhea Ripley. Rhea's getting fired up. Oh, wow, Cannibal, she landed on her feet. I mean, Rhea for a second there just kind of turned inside out. That was nasty. Oh, wow. Jade just throws Rhea onto the ring apron. Oh, wow. Look at that by Jade Cargill just threw Rhea Ripley up into the ropes. She bounced off and then went straight back into a knee on the outside of the ring. What a unique move that is. Jade Cargill making sure that she's breaking up the count each time. Oh, wow. Fall away slam. Look at that. She got back up. Fall away slam. She did a kip up and then did a big woo. That looked a bit Charlotte Flair like that did, didn't it? Now, what does I didn't know what that chant means, by the way. Rhea Ripley trying to fight back with some chops. Once again, the chants of "Let's go, Mammy." Remember, after this, I think we're going to be getting Brock Lesnar versus Femi. A WrestleMania rematch. They're calling it the biggest rematch of all time. It's not, obviously. I think maybe they're saying physically. Again, probably not. But, you know, we love hyperbole. Or, as I used to call it until someone corrected me, hyperbole. I love a bit of that good hyperbole. Oh, look at that. Just stiff forearm across the chest of Rhea Ripley. Oh, I tell you what, the sound that made. That was a horrible, horrible noise. And once again, Jade Cargill doing those Scott Steiner push-ups. And maybe, if you do the maths, maybe Jade Cargill has a much better 33rd and the 3rd% chance of winning the match with no sacrifice. And a kick out at 2. Crowd once again doing the chant. Been a much slower, methodical pace by the Storm. There's a kick right to the gut. Big uppercut by Cargill. Just sends Ripley straight down. We had a very one-sided affair indeed. To be fair, yeah, as Matty says, I was just about to say that, by the way, Matty, that this pace does suit her better. I mean, I think the match she had against Ripley at WrestleMania is probably the best match she's had in WWE, if I'm being honest. Cargill reverses. I mean, to be honest, it's been all Cargill, hasn't she? I mean, Rhea's had barely any offense. Snap suplex. Floats over into the cover. Kick out at 2, but just once again making Rhea expand and expel the energy. Expand energy? Expel energy. Definitely. That's definitely right. More hyperbole from me. We're 20 likes away from 150 likes, by the way, folks, which is fantastic. We are, like, literally, it's only been 6 minutes into this one, and it's been pretty much 6 minutes of domination by the former WWE Women's Champion in Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill just, look at Jade Cargill. She just used the hair and then just went like that. Hand to the face of the referee. And been incredibly one-sided, as Michael Cole was just saying. Pure domination, indeed. I mean, to be fair, it's about time Jade's getting better. It's not as if she hasn't been in the business for a while now. She has. I mean, she made her debut in, what, 2021? Was it 2020? 2020 into 2021. And that's 5 years going. You've got to be, you know, showing some signs of development. Which I think she has, to her credit. Still not the finished, you know, complete package. And maybe she never will be. But as long as she knows her own strengths and knows her style, her limitations, that's the most important thing. Oh, face first by Rhea Bloody Ripley. And there's a missile drop kick to the back of the neck. And now Rhea's firing up. And listen to the crowd. Listen to the crowd get to their feet for Rhea Ripley. My goodness me, she's making the arena shake. German suplex. Jade Cargill going to Suplex City. Page out of Brock Lesnar's book. And now Rhea, yeah, there we go. She gets the cannonball on the outside. Went for it earlier. Didn't get it. This time she does. Cargill back in the ring. What's Rhea going to go for here? There's the missile dropkick. I tell you what. Jade Cargill, she snapped right back there. Oh, and just kicks out. I tell you what, yeah, the referee's checking on Jade Cargill because she looked absolutely rocked. Took a couple of stiff shots there. I think she's okay. Yeah, appears to be fine. Actually, no, say that. Referee is still talking to her. And I think she's fine. Could see the referee definitely was talking to someone in Gorilla, though. Whenever they do that, they're turning on their mic, but I think it's fine. Oh, Rhea, can you get Cargill up on your shoulders? Oh, goes back down. No. Oh, wow. Look at that. Back body drop by Jade Cargill. That was impressive. Oh, what a kick by Rhea Ripley. Crowd applauds as both competitors are down. Bear in mind, we were up to about, what, 9 minutes in this match. The Cody and Gunther one only went just over 12, so these two might last longer than the undisputed WWE Championship match, which would speak volumes about how disappointing that finish was. Cargill and Ripley, look at them face to face in the middle of the ring. Two powerhouses. Put it all on the line. Oof. And this is what I like about more modern WWE is, now they've cut, but previously they stuck with that camera angle for the longest time. And old Kevin Dunn days, we'd be going switch, 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 switch. Oh, couple of missed kicks from both. Here we go, Jaded. No, ducks under. Rhea. Oh, drop kick. Sidestepped. Oh, Jay went for a knee. Big headbutt by Ripley. Is this it? Are we getting riptide? I think we are. Oh, Jade's fighting out of it. Oof. What was that? I think it was like a knee slash drop kick, something like that. I mean, they're trading counters, trading counters. Can I get up? Oh, wow. Modified Razor's Edge. The strength there. Oh, and there's a kick. Shining Wizard. 1, 2. Oof. What a match, by the way. I mean, it's gone 10.5 minutes. But what a pace they've kept up. I think this eclipses their WrestleMania match, by the way, which I think actually was a good match. But I think this is better so far. What a pace. I mean, we've seen, obviously, feats of power, but we've also seen a really good speed to this one. Look at this. I'll tell you what, and the crowd's eating it up. Rhea got Jade up on her shoulders. Jade, she was hanging on to that top rope. Elbows, right hands. Jade trying to pull Rhea over the top. Oh, my goodness. Oh! Lower back hit hard. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, my word. She just threw Jade Cargill onto the apron. I mean, how Rhea Ripley's back isn't completely shattered, I don't know. 2. Oh. Holy. Are they both okay? I mean, Rhea Ripley's lower back hit the apron. Jade Cargill's shoulder and head. My word. Rhea, gotta go for Riptide maybe. Can she get her up? No, Jade managed to float over. Jaded. No, Rhea, gotta roll through. Oh no, she's got the arm, she's got the arm, she's got the arm. Riptide. Oh, turned into a DDT. What a counter. Oh, what a match. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, rolls the shoulder. What a match. I tell you what, just like I said, Jade Cargill's best ever performance. My word. Yeah, this really is, as Michael Cole saying, critics be damned. This is Jade Cargill's moment. It really is. I mean, Rhea Ripley, we know her capabilities, we know her talent, but this is incredible. Ducks it. Oh, Blue Thunder Bomb. 2. Oh, my word. Kicks it out. Look at this. Duck the clothesline. Kind of, yeah, like a Blue Thunder Bomb almost. Oof. I don't know how often I've seen Jade hit a Blue Thunder Bomb. We're 11 likes away from 150 likes, by the way, folks. If you haven't already, click that like button. Like I said, this match has gone longer than the opening WWE Championship match. And to be honest with you, I mean, there's 8 minutes to the top of the hour, so it's still going to have a couple more minutes, I would have thought. Jade's on the top, but Rhea intercepts. Oof. Stiff forearm. Now both on the middle rope now. Rhea inside the ring. Jade on the outside. I mean, this has got the look of a big finish here. I think we're either getting a big Riptide or a big Jaded or something like that, perhaps. Oh, no, a big back suplex. Oh, my word. Jade just turned inside out as well. Rhea goes towards the cover. 2. Oh, and this match still continues. I mean, who had this on there? Uh-oh. We've got outside interference. Here come B-Fab and Meechin. Now, we'd hate for this one to be spoiled by outside interference and bullshit, so just got to enhance the match, hopefully. Oh, pump kick by Cargill. Is this going to be it? We got Jaded. Uh-oh. Goes up. Rolls through. Oh, double foot stomp. Shade to VO Sky. Yeah, she even plays tribute. Riptide. This might be it. Riptide. Oh, horrible landing for Jade. 1, 2. Oh, Meechin. Wow. They kind of fucked the finish. They botched it. B-Fab, you had one job. Oh, B-Fab, you had one job. Get the foot on the rope, and she missed. The ref throws her out because, yeah, you screwed up. Oh. Don't let it take away from the match. Ugh. Uh-oh, I think we've got some company. Oh, it's Charlotte Flair. Crossbody by Flair. Oof. There you go, B-Fab. That's what you get for screwing up the match. Oh, pump kick in the ring. Oh, Jaded. She hit it. 1, 2. See, Charlotte. See, that's an experienced worker. Charlotte, you should go over to B-Fab and go, literally, that's how you put the foot on the rope. That's how you do it. You put it on like that. You grab it and do it like that. Well, this has, as Ridwan says, yes, it has devolved into El Chitico. I don't know what the Italian equivalent is. Choke slam. Riptide by Rhea. Cover. 2, 3. And Rhea Ripley retains. So it's a match that goes nearly 17 minutes and Rhea Ripley retains the Women's Championship. Well, to be honest with you, I'm not crazy about the finish. I'm not crazy about, a bit like the first match, I'm not crazy about the finish. I would have preferred it just to be a straight down the middle one. I understand because it's Jade, they want to protect her. Once again, I would say, if you can't give a real definitive finish, then why book it? Why put yourself in the corner? Aside from the finish and the stuff at the end, that match is, for me, easily Jade Cargill's best performance of her WWE career. I think maybe she's put aside some of the narrative that she hasn't improved and she hasn't learned how to work. Now, granted, Rhea Ripley is one of the best in-ring performers in the world, male or female, so it's always about also how good your dance partner is. I don't know if Jade Cargill's ever going to become a ring general, but I think she's going to become what top pro wrestlers do, which is know your space, know your role, know your weaknesses, and know how to put on a good match. And if you've got a good enough dance partner to lead you, you can do something really special. And I think that's where Jade Cargill is getting to. So huge credit to her. If I had to rate it out of 5, I'd probably give it 3.5 out of 5. The reason not higher, which I would want to give it higher, but the reason I can't give it higher is because I wasn't keen on the finish and the gaga that happened at the end. I get it. I know why they did it, but it's not for me. You know, it's not, that kind of finish is never really for me. And also, I mean, once again, in terms of putting the show together, who on earth? I mean, actually, let's really think about this for a second, folks. You're doing the first hour on ESPN, right? So you get 2 matches. So we go, right, we've got to make sure we give the viewers something big, something that hooks them, something that entertains them, one that draws a good number on ESPN, but also then encourages people to go and get the ESPN Unlimited plan. So, okay, what are we going to do? Let's give 2 finishes that involve feet on the ropes. We had 2 back-to-back matches where the whole sort of crux of the match is feet on the rope. In Gunther versus Cody Rhodes, the ref didn't see the foot on the rope. In that match, we had 2 foot on the ropes. We had one which B-Fab actually missed, but the referee then saw them do it, so he threw them out. And then we had Charlotte Flair do it when it came to Rhea Ripley. The ref didn't see that one, and that was a foot on the rope. I would just... Surely you need someone in the room if you're in WWE to go, don't get me wrong, I like the foot on the rope finish. Do we have to do it twice in back-to-back matches on ESPN? Because, why? Well, just because they might think on ESPN we've got no other idea apart from foot on the rope as the finish and some kind of screwy finish. Should we not just have one definitive, no foot on the rope thing? No? Okay, we'll carry on with that. Let's just go with that. So, yes. But certainly the best match of those, of the first 2 was that Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill one. But 2 matches, 2 title retention. And we know what match is going to be coming next, of course. At the top of the hour on ESPN Unlimited, we are getting a WrestleMania rematch. We are getting Femi versus Brock Lesnar 2. That match is coming up next. We're over 150 likes. We're actually 151 to be specific. We've got 180 people watching. So if you haven't already, click that like button. So if we can get it closer to 200, that would be fantastic. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. As you would have seen throughout the stream so far, new subscribers, you pop up here, as do your super chats, your members chats, and what have you. And also, of course, you can then watch our, you can interact in the chat because subscribers mode is on. And also, you can be notified whenever we do go live for a watch long or a post show, like we are straight after this. And for our daily videos, we do news videos, countdown videos. Usually, there's between 2 and 3 videos a day, so you certainly get your subscriptions worth. No days without uploads or anything like that. You get a full schedule of pro wrestling, which is the way that certainly we like it. As we are about 50 seconds away from the show coming back in Italy. Yes, I know, even though it's a premium live event, we have to watch adverts because nothing says premium than even more ads. So, isn't that great? I mean, I should probably, in addition to the match time, I should have like a total, shouldn't I? I should have like a total match time section so I can add up throughout the show, maybe. But I hate being that kind of person that does like the whole, there was X amount of wrestling on this show, because different shows require different things, don't they? So, you know, and there's lots of different ways to tell a story in pro wrestling, which is the beauty of it, you know. So 5 seconds before we're back. My goodness me. As we're seeing some Riyadh season advertisement, because there's nothing like a return from an ad break to get some more ads. How exciting is that? I would assume the because the next PLE is King and Queen of the Ring, and that's a Saudi show, isn't it? So as we're back in Turin, back in Italy. I wonder what the temperature is there at the moment. Turin temperature now. It's 25 in Turin. But the humidity's 58. Not the 70 plus it is here. Ugh. Nathaniel says, I'll pay anything for 0 ads, but we can't escape it. They put ads in ad-free subscriptions. I know. Well, you know, I always say that, you know, I know I get that it's expensive. Not everyone can afford every single, you know, streaming platform or subscription because they do pile up very quickly. But if you do... Oh, look who it is. It's Sandro Tonali. Hey. Tonali. Yeah? Tonali? Bit of that. Maybe. Maybe. It was weird. It said Newcastle midfielder. I thought he played for Man United. No. What are they talking about here? They're doing a... Redwan says there's a lot of United fans on the channel. Yeah, might have a little bit of crossover. Maybe. Yes, they're plugging the post show after this, but you won't be watching that. You'll be watching the post show here on this channel, which you'll be redirected to next. But yes, coming up next, it is a WrestleMania rematch. It is Femi versus Brock Lesnar. It is the Ruler versus the Beast. But yeah, just as this plays, for those that haven't seen this, because I don't know if I've had it on the wrestling channel yet, this is courtesy of United Love and Big Yo-Yo. You can see this is the Manchester United WWE Championship. Yes. It's massive and it's to be fair, it's actually really well made. I've never purchased a replica title before. Like everyone else, I used to buy, you know, the shitty ones you could get from Woolworths for like, you know, 10 quid. The foam ones. I had loads of them. So I had John Cena spinner. This is how a crazy wrestling fan I am. Yeah, I made a John Cena United States Championship spinner when I was a kid. I used a safety pin and made the US title spin around, put some glitter on it. That was excellent. But never had a replica. So genuinely, like, it gives you a bit of another level of respect of, like, you know, those things are heavy, man. Holding it above your head the whole time or getting hit in the head. You know, like sometimes we see the whole, oh, he got hit with a title belt, and you go, all right, yeah, he got hit with a title belt. I bet that really hurt. You know what I mean? I bet it really hurt. You got hit with a title belt. Oh, it would be terrible. Well, if you hit someone hard enough in the head with that, good night. good night. That would hurt. That would hurt like shit. So, yeah. And the problem now is, I'm not going to lie, it has kind of wet the whistle a little bit. You know, you see those people that have got collections of title belts, and you just look at that and you go, oh, so lame. You go, oh, lame, get all these title belts, blah, blah, blah. But now I am kind of looking at it going, maybe there's a need for some shelves here, and we can get it some company. Maybe it can have some title belts. Yeah. I mean, I won't go too deep into it, because there's some people that collecting just replicas is one thing. They like to collect like ring-worn, actual legitimate title belts, and there's a whole like scene for those. I know Conrad Thompson's got loads of them. Right, here we go. Here comes the Beast. How many more matches does he have? Probably at least one more after this, but a retired Brock Lesnar is in Turin. Look at the size of the man as well. Good grief. The pyro goes off. We are witnessing, as Michael Cole says, the Beast. Look at that. Yeah, that is the scariest retired man on the planet, isn't it? I don't know if I've ever heard the crowd sing along to his song in the sense of like they're doing a da 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 da. I don't know if I've ever heard that before. Da 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 da. I don't know if I've ever heard that. Da 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 da. Look at the size of that man. Good grief. That is one scary individual. Da 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 da. They're saying it's Brock Lesnar's first match in Europe in over 20 years. Question is it going to be a bit of a last time you ever see the Brock in the Brock the Beast in Europe kind of vibe? God, he's going full Undertaker when he's doing the to each side of the crowd. My word. Listen to that crowd, my word. Look at Brock's feeling it. Uh-oh, we're seeing the scary... That is a scary sight. Brock Lesnar running the ropes is one of the scariest sights ever. Holy shit. A guy that big, being that athletic, being able to sprint the ropes like that is insane. That is just scary. It is scary. Oh my word. Now, we're waiting for the arrival of the... Look at Brock's back already after hitting the ropes a couple of times. Oh my. The lights go down. The crowd start chanting. It's such a good entrance, isn't it? It really is. There he is. You see the silhouette of the ruler. Listen to the crowd. Oba's in the chat. 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 And he's not taking his eyes off the man he said he's going to kill. That's what he said. I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube. I don't even know if that's PG. Truth. Oba. We're seeing the Oba's in the chat. We're seeing the Oba's in the chat. Oh, look at the crowd as well. Look, the crowd literally is like bouncing. They're literally, the crowd's bouncing. You can see them like literally going up and down like that. Oh, what an entrance. This guy is money, isn't he? He is money. Not only is he money, he is a future world champion. Hey, I don't care what your plans are with Brock, yeah? Oba, squash him in this time. Not even 5 minutes. Do it in 3. Send a message. Send a message. Then, go, you know what? I'll enter the King of the Ring. I'll win that. I'll enter Money in the Bank as well. I'll win that too. And I'll win the WWE Championship. I'll just keep winning and winning and winning. Because that's what he does. That's what you got to do with someone like the ruler. Once in a generation talent. And he's just said, I see you. I've got my eyes on you, Brock. I know they like to talk nowadays a lot about aura and aura farming. This guy doesn't need to farm it. It just oozes from him. It drips from him. Listen to that crowd. Look at that crowd. This arena is bouncing. Literally, the hard cam is just... You have to go like this to make sure even you can keep level with it. This is an atmosphere somewhere. You've got The Rock giving it all that shit. Ring that bell. One fall. Stop, 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 stop. Alright, yes, we're being good now. Right, the microphone's gone to the Paulrus. It's Paul Heyman. He's just done an interview. He's done it in Italian. Brock Lesnar. Lozano. Look at his back from when he ran the ropes. His back is bright red, by the way. Weighing in at 310 pounds. Oba Femi, the ruler, is not backing down. Brock is ready, so is Oba. Oh! Brock attacked him! Brock attacked him! The bell rings! The bell rings! Now it rings! Here we go! F5! He cheated! This is what I said he'd do! He cheated! A second! Up on the shoulder! Here we go! An F5! That's 2! He bull rushed him. I mean, I can't believe the ref rang the bell. Chad Patton, you cheating shit! It's a third F5! Oh my! Is he going to get him up for a fourth? This is a fourth! A fourth! A fourth F5! Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, no, Femi kicks out. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Now the question is, does Brock just do a couple more F5s and does he win? Or is this just literally the Brock can't beat him? Kimura lock. Kimura lock's locked in. It's broken arms, including Shawn Michaels, Triple H, John Cena and others. I mean, they wouldn't pin over Femi. Would they make him tap out? My goodness me, that would be something else. I mean, so far, Oba Femi has put in 0 bits of offense. Remember that Oba Femi has beaten everybody on the main roster, I believe, in under 5 minutes, I believe it is. Or over 90 seconds so far. And we know that Brock doesn't get paid by the hour. I mean, this Kimura lock, excuse me, it's a key lock still. It's, oh my goodness me, Oba Femi. With what? He just getting to his feet with ease. Look at Brock. Brock's scared. Oh, Oba Femi powers out of it. Right. Okay, right. Brock's relinquished the hold. Oba Femi is still trying to get to his feet. Remember, we've had 4 F5s. We've had a Kimura lock. But this one is still going. Brock going for Kimura again. Oba Femi does have his right hand on the ropes. Referee still said it carries on. Didn't break that hold, which is interesting. Oba Femi's backing Brock into the corner. Trying to go for it again. Oof. Brock's head ricocheted when he went into that corner. Once again, they're on that hard camera. That arena is bouncing. Got him by the throat. Uh-oh, choke slam. Brock floats over. F5, is this going to be F5, number 5? 5 F5s. Cover. 1, 2. And Oba Femi kicks out again. And Brock's just having a fit. Brock, I mean, he's just getting pissed off at this point. I don't know if Brock's ever sold in a way where he looks this frustrated. I mean, Brock's in complete control. Over Femi has not put in one bit of offense. F5 number 6. Femi, no, manages to float over. Grabs him by the throat. Oh, chokeslam. Brock jumped a little bit too quick then. Oh my goodness me. Over Femi hitting the ropes. Clothesline. Oh my god. The Brock Lesnar bump over the top rope to the outside is still one of the most insane ones. He just jumps. He just jumps over. Uh-oh. Over Femi is ripping apart the English announce table. The Italian commentators look like they're going to avoid it. I don't think Brock is. Oh! Brock sends Over Femi into the ring post. Kimura locks back in. Once again, it's locked in. Oh my god! Fuck. Over Femi just swung Brock into that post and his head just smashed the back of it. Choke slam. Brock floats over it again. Oh no! A sick F5 this time through a... Oh, F5 through a table! Not just the 5th F5, the 6th F5. This time it's exploded the announce table. 310 pounds of the ruler has just crashed through the commentary table. And I think Brock wants a count out. Brock's to his feet. The crowd's going insane. And Brock celebrating what he believes will be a count out win. The refs... Over Femi's eyes are glazed over. 5. 6. Oh my god, he just stood up. He just stood up. Brock Lesnar's just seen a ghost. He's real. He's real. Oh my god, he just in with an elbow. And another one. Oh my, he's going to break the ring. Oh, fucking hell. He just threw him. He just threw him. He just tossed him around the ring. Oh my god. Look at this. Fall from... Oh, Brock, he jumped. He got out of it. He got out of it. Oh no. There's going to be number 7. F5. F5. It's a 7th F5. 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar beat him. Brock Lesnar has beaten the ruler. F5 number 7. I mean, they did everything they could to make Over Femi look as strong as possible, but, well, it's not, again, I wouldn't have had Over Femi lose a match. I mean, they're going to say they protected him. Look, it was 7 F5s and they put him through an announce table, but he still lost. He still lost. Is that the right decision? Brock Lesnar's getting his hand raised. I mean, they can say, look, he cheated from the start and he hit him with 7 F5s and he put him through the table, but a loss is a loss. And also as well, yes, he did all of that to Over Femi. Over Femi got like 2 bits of offense, 3 bits of offense. Now, he did no-sell all that F5 stuff. But is this the right decision? I mean, it's leading to a 3rd match. There's no doubt about that. It has to. They're just showing how much Brock cheated at the start and all of these different moves that he used. But does it matter? That's the question. And as Newman has said, this is the clean finish. You know? First 2 weren't. Oof. I don't know. Get your star ratings in. I mean, in terms of a match, I think if Over Femi wins that, it's like one of the best put-overs ever. Like, he survived everything, got up, and then just beat the shit out of him and win. I'd go, that's putting someone over. I get it if they're going to a 3rd one, and I get that they're saying, yeah, but he cheated loads and Over doesn't lose anything. Which I guess I can get that, but also a loss is a loss. I'd probably go 3.5 if it was me. I don't despise it, but it's not what I would have done. Jason says 3.5. Nathaniel goes 4.25. Matty gives it a 1. Well, it says we're getting another match, isn't it? We're getting another one. Stretford Buckeye gives it 3.5. And now we're going to have a situation where 1 + 1, you're done, bitch, he says. So we're getting a third, aren't we? We're getting a third match. That's what we're getting. Well, there is the World Tag Team Champions division. And that is certainly going to be a controversial decision, isn't it? There's the former United States Women's Champion, Julia. There's Santina Marella. The Milan Miracle. We're 20 likes away from 200 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button. Reset the clock. But yes, the Ruler will be back with a vengeance, they're saying. We've still got 2 more matches to go, by the way. We've got the Women's Intercontinental Championship, which I'm sure is going to be coming next. And, of course, Tribal Combat. I mean, to be honest, we're nearly an hour and 20 minutes in, and they've done 3 matches. So it probably got It's probably going to be like an hour, 2.5 hour event. We've probably got an hour left, maybe. I mean, Tribal Combat's quite long. That might end up going for like 40 minutes or something. But yeah. Unless WWE's going to have recap packages for days, which, you know, this WWE, of course they will. They're showing the match last night. Of course, at AAA Noche de los Grandes. Oh, this was brilliant, by the way. If you haven't watched the show it's for free on WWE and AAA's YouTube channel. You don't even have to watch the whole event. Just go watch the main event. The main event is like, I saw someone say it on social media, and they're so right. And I was one of these people too. I was just like, look, do El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano. Do it at WrestleMania. Like that's the one to do. Like it's massive. But they were so, honestly, they were so right to do it in Mexico at a big AAA event. They were so right to do it. And I think WWE now, at least they should use this as the template of, this is what we can do, whereby we can keep AAA being AAA, but adding some WWE stuff to it. This isn't just WWE Mexico. This is a little bit, you know, this is still AAA, but just with some extra WWE elements. I mean, who would have thought put Ludwig Kaiser under a mask, he'll become one of the biggest stars in Mexico? You'd be like, you're taking the piss. Let's put a German person under a mask in a Mexican promotion and play a Mexican, you know, a Mexican national hero, Lucha Libre style. You'd be like, what? That makes no sense. But it works. For whatever reason, it's worked. I mean, who would have thought, who had on their bingo card, you know, for all of the chatter about great bookers and all that stuff. I don't know if Triple H will, I mean, Booker of the Year, what does that even mean? But I don't think Triple H will get it this year. Maybe Tony Khan might not get it either. Give it to The Undertaker in AAA. Why not? Freshen things up a little bit. But yeah, if you haven't, watch it. It's a fabulous match. And the crowd also just make it amazing. And again, it's also just it's just one of those ones where it's so over the top in pro wrestling, but that is also what Lucha Libre is. Lucha Libre, of course, people know the masks and the high flying moves and all that kind of shit. But it is also like storytelling, theatrics, over the top, you know, as theatrical pomp and circumstances you can get, mixing in high flying, mixing in, you know, violence. And also a lot of honor involved in it as well. And they captured that last night. They really did. The only El Grande Americano. What a show. And of course they have Triple Mania. Triple Mania coming up, and it's going to be a big weekend. They've got Raw and SmackDown. It's going to be in Mexico City. First ever 2-night Triple Mania. Night 1 in Vegas. Night 2 in Mexico. See what The Undertaker has cooking for that. By the way, I've just noticed, which is insane. I was saying earlier on, we've got just over 100 to go until 30,000. We've got less than 50 subscribers to go. What the hell? What has happened in the stream? I've just been watching the show, chatting to you guys. Oh my goodness me. Well, yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe. We get to 30,000. I mean, I really didn't think that was going to happen tonight. Still probably won't. But, core blimey. Wow. 30K. Holy cow. Man, thank you guys so much. As we, just seeing an advert for a Scary Movie, which I'll be watching. It's a continuation of the first two, which is fantastic. So, I love the first two. Like I said, second is the best for me, but number 1 is also very good. And it's the original guys all doing it together again. So, yes. Big Scary Movie fan. Oh, we got more ads. Ugh, we got more ads. But we got ads because it's going to be the Women's Intercontinental Championship match coming up next. So we'll make sure we've got that up for you guys on the screen. There you go. It is the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Coming up next, it is Becky Lynch defending her Women's Intercontinental Championship against Sol Ruca. Of course, Ruca getting this opportunity because she technically won by disqualification at Saturday night's main event. I did see a report, I think it came from Fightful Select earlier, saying that there was a bit of discussion about, like, is it the smartest thing of having, Sol Ruca in this championship match? She didn't technically win or pin anyone to get it. Should she have not pinned someone or, won a match to get it properly, not just by DQ? But, like I said, the question now is about whether it's too early to be putting the title on Sol Ruca or not. But they've got big plans for her, definitely, no doubt about that. Yeah, she finished third, like I said, in the Royal Rumble. So maybe the plan is for her to win this one. Becky's only just won the title there, hasn't she? She only just won the title. And there is a bit of chatter about, how medically cleared she is. She did say on the Countdown show that she is medically cleared. Whether or not they play into that, I'm not sure. But do they have 0 title changes on this show? I mean, remember, we've had a couple of title matches already. Undisputed WWE title didn't change hands. Women's Championship didn't change hands. Maybe this is going to be the one title change. And if it isn't, maybe the title change is in the main event. Maybe that's when it happens. We are just 10 likes away, by the way, guys. Just 10 likes away from 200, which is incredible. So if you haven't already, click that like button. And yes, if we can get to 200 likes, that would be incredible. We are 1 minute and just coming up to 1 minute, 15 seconds away from Clash in Italy returning after the ads. As they're just going through the big weekend of Raw, SmackDown in Mexico City. Mexico Live Tour. Tickets on sale Friday. Oh, no. They lied to us. They lied to us. They said it was just going to be done. Now we've got the shitty Netflix music. Oh, God. This is a curse, isn't it? I remember, the exciting thing, and I would have loved to know if this was ever said. It probably wasn't by WWE, in fairness. But when the news came out that WWE is going to Netflix, one of the big exciting things was, oh, my God, this is great because we're going to watch Raw every Monday and these WWE PLEs with no adverts. This is going to be amazing. And should have known, shouldn't we? Should have known. Because, as is the way, I suppose, streaming is just the next evolution of television. For all the chatter about television's dying, I don't know if it's dying. It's just evolved, isn't it? Netflix is a TV station. That's effectively what it is. It's just a modern TV channel. So it's going to have ads. It just feels a bit shit because you have to pay for it and also you get ads. But then I suppose you have to pay for cable and you still get ads. Yeah. And if WWE or TK really want to make that much money, then they should have separate feeds. There should be a complete advertisement-free feed. And maybe it costs a lot, right? Maybe it costs an extra amount, or maybe it's an extra amount you pay for the individual event or something like that. It's completely no ads. It's just a feed of the arena or something like that. Why not? As we're back in Turin. This is Clash in Italy. First ever WWE PLE in Italy. As they're showing Minnesota, the US Bank Stadium. Saturday, August 1st, Sunday, August 2nd. So we've still got a couple of more PLEs before then. Are we going to get another ad? We're getting another ad. Scary movie. Matt Cardona. What's up, Hausen? What's up? Marlon Wayans. I mean, what is this? I mean, I hope the movie's better than that backstage segment. A bit of Terrifier in there. He's got his small hand. Take my strong hand. It's Cindy. Cindy's back. I got him. Michael Cole's doing it. That's when you know it is bad. Michael Cole's doing what's up. Here's Solaruka. It's for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I mean, Solaruka, she looks a bit nervous, doesn't she? Looks a bit nervy. Why is that? Is that because she's about to win the Women's Intercontinental Championship? Or is it because just general nerves? We'll find out shortly. Trying to look focused. And I was quickly went into a selfie at the same time as well. It's pretty slick. But she's ready to face off against the man, Big Time Bex. Is she ready? That's the question. We'll find out in a matter of moments. But of course, WWE will have to put in some form of an advert first. How on earth could they pay the bills otherwise? Fortunately, we don't have to see the advert this time, as we're 4 likes away from 200 likes. The man has come around. Joy says, is Jessica Carr the referee? She certainly is. As here comes the man. The Women's Intercontinental Champion herself. And holds up the Women's Intercontinental Championship high. Navarro says, no botches, please. Fingers crossed. But then we set up for every match, don't you? You know, it's... Hope things go smoothly. As Big Time Bex marches to the ring. They're asking if Becky Lynch is taking Sol Ruka lightly. Easy for me to say. Here comes big time Bex. Corey's Grave saying it's going to be another day at the office. It's going to be nice and calm, nice and relaxed for Becky Lynch. We'll see if it is. First TV career match for Becky Lynch in Italy, of course. No stranger to European matches from Dublin, Ireland. That's very true, Matty. Can we just have like a regular finish, normal, clean match? This probably will be our one of them for the evening. Everything else is going to have controversy and distractions involved in it, isn't it? My word. Jessica Carr does is the referee. She's holding up the championship. Bell rings. This one is underway. No long ring introduction this time. Which is weird, isn't it? We got ring introductions from Alicia Taylor for the first two. We've got ring introduction for Brock Lesnar over Femi in the ring, but we didn't get a big fancy ring introduction for this one. And we're going to get one for Tribal Combat in the main event, aren't we? So we're going to go for a... Look at this. Spinning inverted suplex. Look at this big forearm by Sol Ruka. So, oh wow. Just sort of slingshotted Becky Lynch's face into that middle turnbuckle. I went for a kick. Standing moonsault by Sol Ruka. And Becky Lynch kicks out. Crowd once again doing the chant for a 2 count. You can almost see the guy in the green shirt asking the person next to him what they say. What chant's this? They're like, you should know, you're at every show. Ruka gonna go for Irish whip. Ruka floats over the top. But got to be quicker than that, Sol Ruka. My goodness. She was sort of walking around. Becky Lynch maybe thinking baseball slide. I don't know if she's thinking a dive. Yeah, there you go. There's the baseball slide. That's what I thought she was. Becky. I went for a bit of a move off the apron. She's going for here. Oh! So, managed to sit up. I don't know what the issue with this match so far. Everything just looks a bit too choreographed for me. Oh, look at that moonsault and just landed on Becky Lynch's shoulder. Holy cow. But it was a beautiful moonsault by Sol Ruka. Look at this. Oof. That's a horrible landing right on Becky Lynch's shoulder. And that's how you dislocate a shoulder or tear a rotator cuff. Could see Jessica Carr checked on Becky Lynch very quickly there. And Jessica Carr as well talking to the people in Gorilla. I think she's fine. Oh, rolls through. Becky Lynch kicks out. There you go. Went for a super kick. Becky Lynch caught that one. Look at that, just stiff right hand by Sol Ruka. Oh, Becky Lynch just sweeps her up on that middle rope. And now Becky Lynch getting back into a bit of control, it looks like. And now just raining down with these right hands. Right on top of Sol Ruka's head. As Michael Cole says, a 7-time world champion is Becky Lynch. Dueling charts of let's go Becky, let's go Sol. Becky Lynch still grabbing the hair. Oh, blocked the right hand. Blocked it again. God, these right hands look like shit, to be honest. they don't look great. So, went over the top rope after Becky pulled the rope down. And there's a clothesline. Becky Lynch now firing up the crowd a little bit. Inch her in. And Becky just throws Sol Ruka into the barricade. That was nasty. Nasty landing. Oh, and once again. Becky throwing Sol back into the ring. Now what's Becky going to go for here? She's saying other side. Oh, I thought she was saying out the way, other side, but she didn't. I wasn't sure what she was saying. I thought she was communicating. Maybe Becky Lynch is trying to get a message to Jessica Carr at the moment, going, tell her to move out the way, or check her. Is she okay? Becky Lynch still talking to Sol Ruka. Once again, dueling chants of let's go Becky, let's go Ruka. Oh, big European uppercut. And there's another one. Oh, Sol Ruka with an uppercut of her own. There's one. God, he's just trading these uppercuts. Absolutely brutal. Oof. Kick to the gut. Becky going to hit the ropes, it looks like. Oh, Sol. Ducks that right hand. There's an uppercut. Hits the ropes again. And there's a bit of an elbow by Sol Ruka. Into the corner once more. German suplex. And look at Ruka go. Sol Ruka. Oh, look at that. Big missile drop kick. You can tell there for a second, Sol Ruka, she was sort of trying to keep the feeling in her fingers for a second, it looked like. Oh, what a knee. 1, 2. Becky kicks out. Big up to everyone that did hit the like button. We're over 200 likes. Thank you so much for everyone that's supporting the stream. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. This match has gone just over 7 minutes. Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line. Becky Lynch defending against Sol Ruka. Oof. Dodged that handstand. Ruka, drop kick. No, Sol's there. Oh, she turned into a disarmer. Brilliant. Well, into an armbar, not a complete disarmer. Great counter. It was an excellent counter, to be fair. Sol does understand. Oh, she's bridging. What is she going for here? Oh, look at this. What a transition into an STF. What's an STF? It's shades of John Cena. See, how can't commentary acknowledge it's an STF? The crowd are literally chanting Cena. It's not a crossface. It's an STF, Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Uh-oh, transition into a disarmer. 2. Oof, nearly a pinning combination for Sol Ruka. Uh-oh, Becky. Whoa, Jessica Carr. I shut the ring. She's got a 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh. That would have been another controversial finish because, of course, every match has to be like that this evening. Becky Lynch, a bit of an inverted reverse DDT. Soul kicks out. I mean, Becky Lynch does not look happy with referee Jessica Carr. Once again, we're getting argument. Are they going to have a match? Are they going to have a match at any point? Manhandle slam. Oh, Ruka lands on her feet. There's a drop kick. Sends Becky Lynch back into the corner. Soul goes into the corner. No. Launched over. Oh, look at that. Just big right hand by Becky Lynch. There's another one. On the apron. Now both into the corner. I mean, the fact that they're on the ropes says kind of soul snatchery territory to me. Soul snatcher-esque finish, perhaps. Is that what we're getting? Oh, Soul Ruka headbutt. Oh, look at that avalanche facebuster. 1, 2. Oh, and Becky Lynch kicks out. Man, Michael Cole calling it an X Factor was nice to see. Look at that. Great athletic ability by Soul Ruka there. Can't question her athletic ability at all, can you? As we see the drone shot over the ring. Is this match now over 10 minutes? Women's Intercontinental Championship. Look at Becky Lynch. Oh, she pushed Jessica Carr into the... We're getting controversy again. Every match. Every match. Every match has got to be some form of controversy. Superplex. Oh, Falcon Arrow, shades of her husband. Oh, no, turns into a DDT. Oh, Ruka, she capitalized. Oh, she countered. To a super kick, and now they're both down. She turned it into a DDT. It looked like she was going for a Falcon Arrow. Super kick. Like I said, not a bad match. She just... I don't know, with Soul Ruka, because of her athleticism and because of her gymnastics background, a lot of the stuff does come across quite gymnastic-y, if that makes sense. Charlotte Flair had that problem for a lot of years as well, where everything looked too perfect, too snug, and because she's too athletic in a weird way. And the way you have to kind of go through it is just actually kind of, you know, mess things up a little bit, make things a little bit more snug, make it look like a fight. Oh, wow, that was a bit of a botch. She screwed that up. She was going for a handspring backflip and she clipped the ropes. Just as I'm saying she needs to make it not look so clean, but not in that way. Uh-oh. Becky. Oh, manhandle slam. 1, 2. Just kicked down. It looks like referee kind of... Looked like she pulled the count a little bit as well. That's what it means. A couple of these spots, you're just sort of going again. It's not gymnastics. You know what I mean? It's pro wrestling. It's got to make sense. It's got to have some logic. And most of all, it's got to look snug. Like I say, it's got to look like a simulated combat. That's what made the... Was Becky going for Soul? Oh, manhandle slam by Soul Ruka. 1, 2. Oof, and Becky just kicks out. Then he got beat with her own move. Yeah, it looked like Becky was going for a Soul Snatcher. Yeah, and Sol hit her own version of a manhandle slam. Now Becky Lynch gets Sol up on the shoulders. Rolls through. No. Ducks. Oh, up onto the... Oh, Soul Snatcher! That might be it. 1, 2, 3. Sol Ruka is the Women's Intercontinental Champion. And that's our title change. I mean, it's one hell of a move, isn't it? But yet they did it. They really put the title on her. Well, what does that say about this main event then? Does it say we're getting a title change, or does it say that this is the title change? I feel like this is the title change. I mean, Becky doesn't lose anything, does she? So, I mean, it probably, ironically enough, it was probably the worst match out of all the matches so far. I do think Sol has a way to go, but clearly there's huge upside, there's huge potential. But just needs to look, like I say, not so gymnastic-like. But what a moment for Sol Ruka. And what a reaction as well. Get your star ratings in for that match as well in the chat. I'd probably give it like a 2.5 maybe, something like that. But like I said, it does make me really think about... makes me think about tribal combat, because this seems very Roman Reigns retained to me. Doesn't it? That seems very Roman Reigns is going to retain. Oh, look at Becky Lynch's face. But what a victory for Sol Ruka indeed. The new WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. There's Javon Evans in the crowd. As we go back to the poster, because I've got to stop the timer as well. We're going to have our main event next. We're going to have Tribal Combat. Question is, how long is it going to take for us to actually get to Tribal Combat? We've got Roman Reigns entrances, ad breaks, everything else that comes with it. It might be a while. Oh, I'll tell you what was funny, Ethan Page. So, you know, there was one of those on-location premium packages or whatever. Some fans, I mean, you must love WWE and just have more money than sense, but some fans spent over $11,000 to make pasta with Ethan Page in Italy. $11,000 to make pasta with Ethan Page. I don't know how long it would have been. Probably an hour or two. You know, in $11,000. My word. I just can't fathom a reality where that would be worth it. I mean, I'm sure Ethan Page is a nice guy, but I don't want to spend $11,000 to make pasta with him. Not for me. As they're showing a Fanatics Fest. Yes, I did, Jackson. $11,000. That was a pretty cool Retro Man United shirt that Speed was wearing there as well. Coming up next, there he is. It's the Samoan Werewolf. Jacob Fatu. He's set for Tribal Combat against the Tribal Chief himself, Roman Reigns. Woof. Big up to everyone that did click the like button. We're over 200 likes. And coming up next, we do have Tribal Combat. It is Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. And you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to mute the this Scary Movie advert. You know why? Because I don't want to see the advert so many times that the movie ends up getting ruined for me, because I just associate it with Netflix and WWE putting it on every 5 minutes. Because they have a real chance of doing that. You know, when you just see like an ad so many times that you go, yeah, this is starting to make me feel like resent it, kind of thing. So I don't want to do that. I like Scary Movie too much to do that to myself. Yes. What is the next? So the next PLE coming up is King and Queen of the Ring, right? So it's WWE Clash in Italy tonight. I'm just thinking how many we've got before SummerSlam. That's on August 1st and August 2nd, I think they said. Here we go. Right. So we've got. Oh, it's Night of Champions, is it? Night of Champions. Is that where they're doing the King of the Ring tournament? Night of Champions, and then Saturday night's main event, and then SummerSlam. So they're not doing a specific PLE for it, or maybe is it just going to be at Night of Champions? So that's the one that's going to be taking place in Saudi. Oh yes, it's going to be taking place at Night of Champions instead of a King and Queen of the Ring style show. I don't know why. Why did they even call it Night of Champions anymore? It's not like back in the day where it was called Night of Champions because every championship was on the line kind of deal. It's called Night of Champions just because it's a name now. Just because it's a name and it's got a lot of, history behind the name. But in terms of actually what it used to be, which was Night of Champions, that's not really it. I mean, probably there'll be like 5 matches on that show. So there's more championships than matches for them to do. That would, if it was a proper Night of Champions, it would require them to defend every title, which would mean like however many matches, which of course we know Triple H doesn't like doing on PLEs. He's a fan of the 5-match card, and then if it's WrestleMania or SummerSlam, then he'll go a bit bigger. Sometimes he might go for a 6th match if he's going really crazy, but usually it's the 5. Usually it's the 5 matches, which really kind of makes. I mean, it's not really the case because you still get the 5 matches, but technically, on the actual like ESPN Unlimited part, they pay for a 3-match show. You know what I mean? That's kind of bad. My goodness me. Jimmy says, "Yo, I just subscribed. You won't even get the not some chit chat about my comment." I don't know what that means. But to be honest, Jimmy, I first of all very much appreciate you subscribing. But at the same time, there's nothing more frustrating to people in the chat and someone hosting a stream than seeing someone be like, reply to me. So just chill, relax, enjoy the community. But, you don't have to, not everyone's going to get read out. There are going to be different points and stuff going on. So as we wait about 30-odd seconds to come back from this ad break, will it be the last one? I mean, you would hope so, but you never know. Sometimes they come back. Well, actually, you know what? The likelihood is we're probably going to come back from an ad and go straight into another ad. That's usually how it goes, because we don't have enough of them. We don't have enough of the ads, unfortunately. We're only 39 subscribers to go until 30k. My goodness. As we're 5 seconds away from coming back. You okay, Asher? A nice sleep watching Clash in Italy. So we're seeing more promo for Riyadh season. And of course, the next PLE will be in Saudi. And finally, we're back. 4 weeks, I'll be in Riyadh. So I'll be live with a watch-along and a post-show for that as well. Because that will be a good time. Sometimes the challenges recently has just been staying up so late to do them. Because it's been so hectic with, United View and schedules and all that. So when they're at a good time, it means that we're much more likely to do the watch-alongs. When is the Asher World Cup prediction show? It's true. I'm gonna have to before the tournament starts. She does do a full-on. She does do a full-on decision of like which treats and stuff she wants. If you hold 2 different bags out, she'll like literally stick her nose into the different things and then make a decision as to which one she wants. She'll hit it, you know, and then be like, oh, I want that one. It's very clever. She's a very clever girl. I did think Double or Nothing was an absolutely spectacular pay-per-view. Like with every AEW pay-per-view, it's difficult because the matches are so good. Maybe 1 or 2 matches you would just say probably didn't need to be on that card, as is always the case with an AEW pay-per-view. But it was excellent. I loved the I loved the opener. I thought the I Quit Street Fight I thought was a lot of fun. Obviously, anything Will Ospreay Joe was great. Swerve Bandito was great. Takeshita Okada was great. I mean, just everything was good, wasn't it? It was a fantastic show. As we're just hearing some Italian commentary of the matches so far. Brock getting his win back. 1 win apiece. One win apiece and will lead to a third. And Cody Rhodes is going to join them live on the post show after this, according to Joe Tess. What an addition he's been, by the way. They tried so many new announcers over the last however many years, and so many didn't work out or weren't the right fit. But Joe Tess is. It took a little while to get there, but yeah, what a commentator and what a different style. He's got his own complete, unique style, and he's very, very good, very good. That is Tribal Combat coming up next. Eventually we'll get there to it. Roman versus Jacob Fatu right now indeed. Another video package, of course. Showing what happened at Backlash. Get down, Asher. In this ring, Roman Reigns says Jacob Fatu is beneath him. We'll see if he is indeed. But one way, someone's going to acknowledge the other this evening. The Tongan death grip. And Roman Reigns says he wants respect. Whether he's going to get it or not, we shall see. And of course, if Jacob loses, he has to acknowledge the tribal chief. And then maybe he's going to be, getting some extra backup in the form of the Samoan werewolf. That's when he attacked the Usos. He attacked Jey Uso. Attacked Jimmy. Attacked Roman, who ended up going through the barricade as well. It was something else. Yeah, that's what he did. The hip attack, just took out the entire bloodline. It'll be interesting to see if at any point there will be... It'll be interesting to see at any point if Solo Sikoa does get involved or if he stays doing his own thing on SmackDown with the MFTs. And then we just see in the replays of Jacob Fatu doing the Tongan death grip. And then Roman Reigns, and they'll come into a brawl. And of course, like I said, there is concerns about Jacob Fatu, about whether he's medically cleared or anything like that. Which I think he is, but we don't know how significant the injury is. We've just heard that he's banged up. And to the extent that they did prepare backup plans, whether or not they needed to actually do them, we shall see. The winner is not only the world champion, the head of the table. Who will get the acknowledgement? That is the question. He's going to domesticate him. Will serve him and love his tribal chief. Will he indeed? That's the question. Here we go. Crowd stands up. We await the entrances. This is tribal combat. As Alicia Taylor is given the instructions and rules of the match. Explain the rules of tribal combat. And of course, the first entrance is Jacob Fatu. And the fire. And we wait for Fatu to enter the arena. He's taking his time. There he is. Like I said, he took his time. I was wondering if we were going to get a bit of a screwy... Now, is that just his tights, or is that his knee being all wrapped up? Is that a wrap, or is that just his tights? Couldn't really tell. He certainly looks focused, doesn't he? Yeah, slow, steady walk. Someone type out Jimmy. I think he might need it. Because there's some pretty bipolar comments going on, Jimmy, man. I've gone from great commentary to weak in the space of 30 seconds. That might be a new record. Mods, you can do your thing. Very strange with that one, my friend. But you stay safe. Do what you need to do, my friend. Oh dear. Here Jacob Fatu continues to make his entrance. The crowd acknowledges Fatu, but will he be forced to acknowledge Roman Reigns? That is the question. Certainly looks focused, doesn't he? Staring a hole right through that hard cam, my word. Can already hear the crowd serenading the Samoan werewolf. Yeah, I can't really tell if again, if that's his tights or his knee, because he does look like he's limping around, doesn't he? He does look like he's sort of favouring. Maybe it is that knee. Of course, he's got the fingers wrapped for the Tongan death grip. Crowd continuing to chant OTC. Here comes the Tribal Chief, the World Heavyweight Champion. I'm so glad he went back to this music, by the way. And there he is, holding the World Heavyweight Championship. About to enter tribal combat for the 3rd time in his career. He's won it twice against Jey Uso at SummerSlam 2023, against Solo Sikoa at the beginning of 2025, and now against Jacob Fatu in 2026. One's in the chat. One's in the chat. As ones go to the sky and acknowledge the tribal chief, the World Heavyweight Champion. Crowd continue to chant for the OTC. Corey Graves talking about Roman Reigns maybe savoring the moment. Could this be the final moments that he's the tribal chief? Could these be the final moments that he's the World Heavyweight Champion? We will find out the answers to those questions very, very shortly. Now, there has been a lot of controversy so far in a lot of these matches tonight, hasn't there? Controversial, screwy finishes. If we do legitimately have some injury doubts hanging over this one, does that mean we could be in store for another screwy finish? That's the question here, isn't it? Well, interesting. We're getting Alicia Taylor with the ring introductions already, so we're not getting any big in-ring introductions like before. It's quite interesting. What does that mean? I wonder. The OTC, Roman Reigns. And it wouldn't be a Roman Reigns entrance without a lot of time, a lot of pyro, a lot of aura. One's once again to the sky. And you know how Roman Reigns matches go. I mean, this could go any time, couldn't it? I mean, it could go 10 minutes because he doesn't want to work that much tonight. Or it could go about 45 minutes and about 30 of it could be, you know, side headlocks and, again, working the crowd, milking the crowd with a big finish. That's the Roman Reigns formula. It's worked for a while. Crowd continues to acknowledge Roman Reigns. There you go. Raises the title even higher. And Jacob Fatu, to be honest, he's just staring down Roman Reigns. His eyes haven't moved. I was trying to see. So maybe it wasn't his knee. Maybe that was just part of his gear. Has he got something around his waist? I mean, maybe Fatu's fine. Maybe we're just completely overthinking it. I wouldn't be shocked. I would be shocked if that's the case as well, by the way. There's the referee, Jason Ayres. World Heavyweight title on the line. There we go. Get your late last minute predictions in the chat. Roman Reigns or Jacob Fatu? Who are you going for? I think I'm going to go Roman Reigns. I think we've seen our title change for the evening. But maybe. If I had to guess what they're singing, it would probably say, it sounds a little bit like there's only one tribal chief, I would assume. Ula Fowler is held up as well, which will also go to the winner. OTC, here we go. Look at Fatu's face. Bell rings. We are underway. Cousin versus cousin. Family member versus family member. The winner becomes the World Heavyweight Champion and also the tribal chief of the Anawahi family. Crowd are chanting Roman Reigns. Here we go. No contact just yet. Bit of a stare off between Fatu and Roman. If you haven't already, click the like button. We're 11 likes away from 250 likes. We're also 20 subscribers away from 30,000. So I really appreciate everyone that has subscribed so far. Get involved in the chat. Get involved with the channel. And we'll see who could be about to become the World Heavyweight Champion. Is Roman going to hold on to the title, or is Jacob going to win it for the first time? Collar and elbow tie-up between Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. We are officially underway. I mean, technically we've been officially underway for a while, but that is a, like I said, the Roman Reigns playbook. You know, over 90 seconds and only one collar and elbow tie-up. That's what Roman Reigns does. He'll take his time and he'll milk that crowd for everything that they're worth. And look, it works. Say what you want. He gets the job done, does Roman Reigns. Side headlock looking to control Jacob Fatu early. There's another side headlock. Another one hits the ropes. Shoulder tackle takes Roman Reigns down. Once again, Fatu hits the ropes. Leapfrog. Oh, there's a big clothesline by the champion. Roman once again pointing to the skies. Crowd continues to chant for the OTC. Just bouncing Jacob Fatu's head off that turnbuckle. And again. Bounce off the turnbuckle once more. And again bouncing his head off the turnbuckle. Like I said, this is the, you know, trademark Roman Reigns. Doesn't do much. And this is probably why, you know, they thought maybe Fatu would be okay, depending on his medical status. Going, look, it's Roman Reigns' match. Oh, wow, what an elbow. Spinning elbow. Maybe the thought was, it doesn't matter. Oh, Tonga Death Grip. There we go, Tonga Death Grip. And Roman Reigns breaks out of it and moves out of harm's way already. Oh my goodness me! Suicide dive by Fatu. I think he's fine. Samoan Werewolf looks okay. Well, at the very least, good enough to get through this match. Crowd continuing to chant for Jacob Fatu. And Roman Reigns. Whoa. Throw it into the WWE fans in Turin. So tribal combat is spilled into the arena crowd. Oof. They said this was built for a 2006 ice hockey event in the Winter Olympics. And now they've got tribal combat. And Jacob Fatu, he's on that bit, I said about it earlier on, the big sort of staircase inside the arena that was actually quite unique. I can't really recall many arenas that look like that. But, yeah. Crowd chanting for the OTC. As we're 2 likes away from 250, or 1 like away, excuse me, from 250 likes. Listen to that crowd. And already I'm seeing a bunch of Danhausen shirts. Man, Danhausen, when it comes to his merchandise, he must be just making a mint. As the crowd continues to chant for the OTC. Oh! Jacob Fatu reverses, sends Roman Reigns right into the railing of that staircase. And right to the forehead of Roman Reigns. And there's a headbutt. And another one. Oof, and just bounces Roman Reigns' face off a chair there as well. Big up to everyone that did click the like button. We did hit 250 likes. Thank you so much. And shout out to a couple of people. I think we've got a couple of new members here today as well. I was just checking in the here in YouTube. I think Derek Perry and Colodez King, maybe it says here. 2 new members. So big up to if you join the WN365 roster. You can join us by clicking the join button. You can join at Developmental Main Roster or Hall of Fame. You will end up being added to this little scroller on all of our videos as well, where you can see your name. So in the next videos, you'll be added to it. One of the perks that you get. Also, I'm thinking of the top 5 videos that I do, definitely. I think I'm going to make them, if you're a member, you can watch them early. So they usually go out at about 6 o'clock UK time and 1 a.m. UK time. What we're going to do is we're going to start, even though they're going to be scheduled and still go out at those times, members will be able to watch those early once they're uploaded to the channel. So that's another perk if you become a member of the WN365 roster. As Jacob Fatu now seemingly in control, as we're now back into sort of the ringside area. Fatu looked like he was looking for something. He just told the referee to shut up. Crowds chanting. They say they want tables. The question of whether they get them or not will be answered very shortly, I guess, by Fatu or Reigns. Where's Fatu going now? Is he going to go for the... Is he going to get the table out? Oh, well, he was too busy messing around that Roman Reigns attacked him. Took too much time indeed. Oh, it's bounced Fatu's head off that ring post. My word. Now, does Roman Reigns get the table? I think Reigns was doing his own yeet stuff. Matty says they're moving it. This is the Roman Reigns playbook. This is what Roman Reigns does. Super slow. Then he's taken forever to power the table. Oh no, Jacob Fatu attacks Roman Reigns. Stops him from doing it. Fatu, is he going to use the table? I was going to say, it wouldn't make a lot of sense for him to be like, I want tribal combat, and then start putting tables and stuff away, would it? I want tribal combat. Every time he gets a weapon out. No, I don't want that. No, thank you. Crowd is continuing to serenade Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. There is now a table in the ring. Roman's trying to put it. I'm not sure why he's really heavily focused on putting it in that corner. Oh, there's a uppercut by Fatu. Oof. Jason says, I can never get used to sponsors on the table. Big up to Jason, one of our long-time members. I know. A Slim Jim table, eh? Good Lord. Imagine they were like that with the sort of New Japan tables, because there's even a big difference between American pro wrestling tables and Japanese pro wrestling tables are hilarious, because they're like the proper plasticky picnic table ones or small wooden ones. They suck. They hurt as well. People go through them. They hurt. As Fatu seemingly in control here. Went a bit quiet, and you could tell Fatu wanted to wake that crowd up a smidge. Fatu saying he tried to tell Roman. Not sure what he tried to tell him. As a right hand sends Fatu to the outside of the ring. Crowd still chanting for the OTC. What's he going for here? Oh my word, he just threw those steps into Jacob Fatu's head. Oh my god. Shades of John Cena and Umaga. Look at this. Throws them. Bang! Just bounced off that big Samoan head. I mean, we know that Samoans are well known for their skull strength. But even a werewolf probably has his limits. Crowd continue to chant that there's only one tribal chief. Drive by. Ooh! Jacob Fatu's head went into the post there as well. Look at this. Oh, wow. Just seeing Fatu's head bounce off that ring post again. Crowd continue to chant for the OTC. Reigns rolling Fatu into the ring. Big clothesline. Irish whip. And there's another big clothesline. Maybe his Roman's going to start to speed this one up finally. Again, he's been known to take his time. But look, everything's getting a reaction from the crowd that you can't argue with. My word. Big boot. Crowd's chants for the OTC. Roman Reigns locked and loaded. Here we go. Oh, whip from Superman punch misses. Now Fatu delivering the right hands to the champion. Irish whip. There's kick to the chest. Look at this. Means nothing. There's a clothesline. Senton. Well, so much for Fatu being injured. I mean, looks okay to me, doesn't he? Now Fatu going to go with these right hands. Oh, no, headbutts. Not right hands. I thought he was going to go with right hand instead. It's headbutts. Hits the ropes. Here we go. Oh! Shades of Umaga. Now look at the dance. It's like the boogeyman came to life and grew up in Samoa. Off the ropes. Pop up. Oh! Superman punch. 1, 2. Oh, and Fatu just rolled up the shoulder. My goodness me, that came out of nowhere, didn't it? That was very close. Let's take another look at this. Up in the air. Oh, my word. Just rolled that shoulder up. Critical moment in this one. Roman sits up. Fatu still yet to get back up to his feet. I mean, for all the tribal combat, we haven't seen a ton of weapons. You know, some stairs, some chairs. The table's out. No one's gone through it just yet. Roman Reigns spit. Oh, super kick by Fatu. He caught him flush on that forehead. Here we go. Tongan Death Grip. Tongan Death Grip's locked in. Roman, he had to avoid it, but is he going to fade? I mean, to me, it looks like the crowd really does not want to see a title change. Actually, they're really behind Roman. Crowd still chanting for the OTC. Reigns is fading. He's down to one knee. Getting back up. There's the right hand. And another. Still. Woof. Clothesline sends Roman Reigns over the top rope. Fatu. Oh, another Superman punch. Crowd's chanting, this is awesome. I mean, Jacob Fatu's going under the ring. What's he going under the ring for? What's he looking for? That's the question. What did he grab? Did he grab anything? I thought he grabbed something there for a second. I mean, it was a bit weird there for a second, wasn't it? Roman trying to wake up a little bit. Yeah, what is Roman Reigns thinking here? That is the question. Jacob Fatu is stirring. I can see, what's that? Kendo sticks? Yep, there you go. There's one. Steel chair. No. Toolbox. Uh-oh. What is Roman Reigns thinking here? What is... Oh, my goodness. Oh, he just slammed the toolbox on Jacob Fatu's hand. That's how you take out the Tongan Death Grip. Oh, my goodness. Roman said you can't do shit with it now. He's damaged the hand and effectively crowd shouted Mamma Mia. More Ronaldo. So is that hand now being neutralized? Uh-oh, again. Oh. Jacob Fatu screaming in pain. He's in agony. Now where do they go? Yeah, there's Cole and Graves are talking about the strategy from the OTC. Certainly that. Yeah, this does feel a little bit like, doesn't it, you know, setting up Jacob for a loss, saying, look, he had the bad hand. Maybe later on you can see where this is going. It looks like he has the match won. He's got the Tongan Death Grip locked in, but because his hand is so messed up, Reigns manages to push out, hits the spear, 1, 2, 3. That's how this one's going, I think. That's the direction that we're heading, folks. I think that will be it. Stomps by Roman Reigns there to Jacob Fatu. Crowd continuing to chant for the OTC as we are closing in on 20 minutes for this match. Reigns, oh my goodness! Reigns was going for a spear, but Fatu just collided with him. Oh, hip attack in the corner. Where did he get that from? Fatu looks like he's woke up. He's got drool. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Reigns, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, pal. You're next up to that barricade. Here we go. Jacob Fatu, he's doing the big sprint. Oh, a Superman punch. I mean, Fatu wasn't exactly running super fast, was he? We've crossed 20 minutes in this match. Crowd continues to chant for the OTC. Reigns now going over to those steel steps. Oh, spear through the barricade, and it just took out 2 security guards, but took out 2 security guards. Horrible bump for them. I don't know if I've seen the spear through the barricade taking out the 2 people behind it before. That's pretty impressive. Holy cow. Mamma mia indeed. Chirin, you're right to say Mamma Mia. Fatu. Up in the corner, we're going to get a spear. Spear by Roman Reigns. Cover. 2. Oh, he kicked out. I thought that was going to be it. That was close. I wouldn't have been shocked as well. I would not have been shocked if that happened. I already thought he was going to get a 3 count there. I thought we were done. Well, I still think Roman wins, but that was a bit of a real near fall. Both are down in the middle of the ring. Look at that spear through the barricade. You see those 2 security guards taken out. A big spear. We've got nearly 300 people watching. We're less than 30 likes away from 300 likes as well. If you haven't already, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Big up to everyone that has subscribed. We did it. We hit 30,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And the night is only young. Remember, we are going to be live after this for a post-show where we can discuss this match and what happened. As Roman Reigns is talking smack to Jacob Fatu right now. Roman Reigns, he's cutting a promo on Jacob Fatu right now. Holy cow. Uh-oh. He's removing that turnbuckle, which is what he did at Backlash. Crowd continuing to chant for the OTC. He's cheating, damn it! Why are you cheering for a cheater? I don't need anyone's help. Feels like you're turning heel in the middle of the match, Roman. He's ripping off every turnbuckle cover. Look, 3 corners are exposed. The other one's got a table in it. So we're now we're getting dueling chants of let's go Roman, let's go Fatu. Tongue and death grip. But remember the injured hand. There you go, it's the injured hand. The injured right hand. What did I say? Oh no, he's firing up. Another Superman punch. Look, what's he doing? He's just boogie-bagging it every time. Oh, bounced off the first turnbuckle. Bounced off the other one. Oh, spear by Fatu and he turned inside out. Oh, my God. 2. Oh, Roman kicked out. What a spear that was. Look at this athleticism. He spins inside out. Holy cow. Look at this. Oh, wow. What athleticism. I mean, he is. Jacob Fatu is an incredible athlete. The ability for him to, the move, for the size he is, to do what, oh, it's amazing. Bobby Lashley kind of does that. Edge has evolved his spear, I think, for his neck. Oh, mighty moonsault misses. Whoa. Now what? How many times has Roman done this in this match? Oh, pop-up Samoan drop. How many times has Roman gone, ooh, ah, in this match? He must have done it like 3 or 4 times. Oh, he tripped him. Mighty moonsault again. Is this the moment? 1, 2. Oh, was that a low blow? Was that a low blow? It was, yeah, it was a low blow. Roman Reigns. It was a low blow. I mean, they missed it. They missed it. You would have thought, considering how key a spot that was, you would have shot it properly. Look at this again. Cover. 1, 2. Yeah. Shoulder up to low blow. They messed it up, to be honest. They were out of sync. They messed it up. But we've seen them do that before in a lot of matches. Both still in the middle of the ring. Fatu and Roman trading off right hands. Oof. Again. Oof. Still going. And back to their feet. Trading these right hands over 26 minutes. Tongan death grip again. But remember the injured hand. The hand was injured earlier on. Oof. Roman breaks free. Fatu bounced off the exposed turnbuckle again. God, how many times? God, he's literally bouncing. My goodness me, how many times? Uh-oh, he's in front of that table. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Spear through the table. Is this going to be enough to put Jacob Fatu away? This might be it. This might be the moment. Fatu pulls himself to his feet. Roman looks shocked, to be honest with you. Uh-oh, super spear hits the ropes. Another spear. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns retains. And Jacob Fatu must acknowledge Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. In just over 27 minutes, Roman Reigns is still the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Back-to-back victories over Jacob Fatu. This time in tribal combat. Michael Cole says the Samoan werewolf has been neutered. Has been put away. And now, of course, Jacob Fatu's got to fall in line. He has to acknowledge Roman Reigns. And he has to join the Usos in supporting the tribal chief. What is Roman building? That's the question here, isn't it? Must acknowledge the tribal chief. I mean, they'll both wake up feeling... huge credit, by the way, for Jacob Fatu. I mean, all that talk about going into the match injured. Jacob Fatu put on one hell of a performance, didn't he? But Roman Reigns gets the job done. Get your star ratings in for it. What would I say for that one? I'm going to be honest. I wasn't blown away by it. I wasn't blown away by it, really. I thought it was okay. It was okay. Ironically enough, I think the best match... the best match actually might have been the Rhea Ripley Jay Cargill one, you know. That was a brilliant match. It was a really good match. Roman Reigns must be acknowledged by Jacob Fatu. Must do his tribal service and pay homage. Look at Jacob Fatu. He looks like he's going to cry. Looks absolutely in tears, doesn't he? Roman Reigns is still talking trash and still giving the business to Jacob Fatu. So it doesn't look like the issue's done between Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu, but certainly it looks like Fatu has no choice. He must now acknowledge Roman Reigns as his tribal chief. To be honest, it looks like everyone's just trying to figure out when they're off air. Oh, wow. Look, who is that? That is Solo Sikoa and the MFTs. They're next. They're next. Interesting. Solo Sikoa and the MFTs are next, so I guess we know what's going to happen there. The question is, where's Jacob Fatu going to side? Jacob Fatu must fall in line. And Jacob Fatu staring at Solo Sikoa, Tamatonga, and Talatonga. Looks like Fatu's got some decisions to make. And you can see Jimmy Uso telling Jacob Fatu, look, fall in line. You got to come back with us. Not with them. You're with us. Roman Reigns not only leading the Usos, but leading Jacob Fatu as he Roman Reigns talking some real smack, doesn't he? Interesting stuff. So there you go, folks. That was WWE Clash in Italy. But don't worry at all, because we are going to be discussing all of it in the post show. So if you haven't already, be sure to join us there. If you're here, you can just be redirected. Don't have to go anywhere. Don't have to be worried about anything at all. We'll be back with the post show very shortly. I really appreciate everyone for tuning in, supporting, subscribing. We hit over 30,000 subscribers, which is insane. And we'll discuss Clash in Castle very shortly. I'm out of it. Peace.